Everyone dreams of owning a home. It's sold as the ultimate symbol of success in America. No more rent, no more landlord, just freedom and stability. But what most people don't realize is that buying a house is only the beginning. The real cost of homeownership starts after you move in, and it shows up quietly, month after month. The first surprise usually comes in the form of property taxes. Unlike your mortgage, property taxes are not fixed. They rise as your home value increases, even if your income stays the same. One year you're comfortable, the next year you're wondering why your monthly payment suddenly jumped. Many homeowners don't expect this, and it catches them off guard fast. Then there's maintenance. When you rent, problems are inconvenient. When you own, nobody warns you about this. Roofs but some of the biggest hits to your bank
Water
account
heaters
don't
fail
come
without
from bills,
warning.
loans,
Air
or bad
conditioning
luck.
systems
Always
they
seem
come
to break
from your
during the
social
hottest
circle.
week of summer.
The people you trust.
These repairs
the people
aren't
you
optional,
laugh with,
and they're never
the
cheap.
people you feel
Owning a
guilty
home
saying
means
no
every
to.
broken thing
This
is now
is what
your
I call the
responsibility,
friendship tax,
financially
and it's
emotionally
quietly
keeping millions of
home
people
insurance
broke. Is another cost
It
people
usually
underestimate.
starts small.
Insurance
dinner
is
here,
mandatory,
a weekend
and
plan
premiums
there.
tend to rise
Someone
over
suggests
time.
hanging out,
One major
and suddenly
storm
it
in your
costs
area,
money just
even
to
if your
exist
house
socially.
isn't damaged, can push
Eating
rates
out
instead of cooking.
Ordering
Filing
drinks
claims
can
because
also
everyone
increase your
else
future
is.
premiums.
Splitting the
In
bill
some
evenly
states,
even though you
additional
barely
insurance
ordered
like
anything.
flood or earthquake
You tell
coverage
yourself
is
it's not a
required,
big
adding
deal,
even more
but
to
these
your
moments
yearly
stack up
expenses.
faster than you realize.
Utilities also hit
Most
harder
people
than
don't
most people
overspend
expect.
because they're
A
irresponsible.
larger space means
they
higher
overspend
heating and
because
cooling
they don't
bills.
want to feel left
Electricity,
out. Nobody
gas,
wants
water,
to be labeled
trash,
the boring
lawn
friend.
care,
The cheap
costs
one,
that
or
were
the
once
person who
included
always
in rent
says
now
no.
come straight out of your
So
pocket.
they say yes to plans
That
they
extra
can't
bedroom
afford
and
and
big
convince
living room
themselves
may
they'll
look great,
figure it
but
out
they
later.
quietly increase your
Later
monthly burn
turns
rate.
into credit card debt,
Then comes
empty
the
savings,
pressure to
and
upgrade.
constant stress.
Once you own a home,
your friends don't
standards
even
change.
need to say anything
Suddenly
directly.
the kitchen feels
Lifestyle
outdated.
pressure
The
does the work for
bathroom
them.
doesn't look modern
When everyone
enough.
around you
Friends
upgrades
visit,
their phones,
social
travels
media
comparisons
or
creep
spends
in,
like
and
money is
before you
unlimited.
know it,
It
you're
slowly
spending
resets
thousands
your
on
definition of
renovations
normal.
you didn't plan for.
You stop asking whether
These
you can afford
upgrades aren't
something and
required,
start
but
asking
they
whether
feel
you look
unavoidable
weird if
in
you
a
don't
culture
join
that
in.
constantly pushes.
Here's
better.
the uncomfortable truth.
One of the biggest
Growth
hidden
makes
costs is
people
opportunity
uneasy.
cost.
When you start
the
saving
down
money
payment you put into
budgeting,
your house
or
is
thinking
money you
long-term,
can't easily
it
access.
quietly challenges the habits
It's
of the
locked
people
away in
around
walls
you.
and land.
So
That
instead
cash
of
could have been
support,
invested.
you might get
started a
jokes.
business,
You
or
only
created
live
flexibility.
once. Stop being
Instead,
so serious.
It's tied
money
to a property
comes and
that
goes.
only becomes
what
liquid
they
if
really
you sell
mean
or
is
take
don't
on
change
more debt.
because your discipline
Homeownership
exposes
isn't
their
a
lack of
mistake,
it. But it's not the
The
simple
friendship
win it's
tax isn't
advertised
always
to be.
intentional,
It
but it's
comes
very
with
real.
stress,
It's the cost of
responsibility,
maintaining
and constant
comfort,
financial
approval,
surprises,
and belonging at the
real
expense of your
question
future.
isn't just, can
And
I
the
afford
longer
the
you
mortgage?
pay it, the
It's,
harder it
can I
becomes to
afford
break
everything
free.
that comes with owning
Not
a home?
because you don't have discipline,
because the hidden
but because
costs
guilt is
don't announce
powerful.
themselves.
Real
They
friends
slowly
don't
move
require
in,
you to
just
be broke
like
to
you
stay
did,
connected,
and they stay
Real
for the long
friendships
run.
survive boundaries.
Owning a home
they
is
don't
sold as the
disappear
ultimate
when you
American
say,
dream.
"I'm saving
From
right
childhood,
now," or
people are
"That's
taught
not
that
renting
renting
is
is
throwing money away."
If
And
someone
buying a
only
house is the
enjoys your
smartest
company
financial
when you're
move you
spending
can
money,
make.
that's not
It's
friendship.
stability.
It's
That's
freedom.
a subscription.
It's proof that
The
you've
moment
made
you
it.
start choosing
But what
long-term
almost
freedom
no one
over
tells you
short-term
is
fun,
that the purchase
things
price
change.
is only the beginning.
Your calendar
The
clears
real
up,
cost
your
of spending
homeownership
drops.
lives in the
Your
fine
stress
print,
slowly
the
fades.
unexpected bills,
And yes,
and the stress
some
that
people
slowly
drift
builds
away.
over time.
But what replaces
Most
them is
buyers
far more
fixate
valuable.
on one number,
Control,
the mortgage
clarity,
payment,
and momentum.
If they can afford that monthly
don't
amount,
need more
they
income to
believe they're
fix your
safe.
financial life.
But
You
homeownership
need
doesn't
fewer
operate
leaks.
on a
And
single
sometimes,
bill.
it
The
operates
biggest
on
leaks
layers
don't
of
come from
expenses
habits
that
or
stack on
mistakes.
top of each other.
They come
quietly
from
and
familiar
relentlessly.
faces you never thought to
These
question.
costs don't hit
Awareness
all at
is
once.
the first step.
They arrive
And
one
once
by
you see
one,
the friendship
spaced
tax
out
for
just
what it
enough
is,
to feel
you finally
manageable
get to
until
decide
suddenly
whether
it's
they
worth
aren't.
paying anymore.
Property.
Nobody
Taxes are
prepares
often
you
the
for
first
this part
wake-up
of adulthood.
call.
Unlike
You're told
rent,
to work hard,
which is usually
stay out of
negotiated
trouble,
up
and
front.
be a good person.
Property taxes are
But
decided by
nobody
the government
tells you
and
that
can
one
change
of the
without
biggest
your
reasons
consent.
you'll struggle
As
financially
home
has
values
nothing
rise,
to do with your
so
salary,
do taxes.
your intelligence,
You
or
could
your
be
effort.
earning the same income.
It has
living
everything
the
to
same
do with
life,
the people you
yet
spend
paying
the
hundreds
most time
more
with.
every month simply because
Not
your
strangers,
area became more
not the system.
desirable.
Your friends.
Many
At
homeowners
first,
are shocked
it doesn't
to learn
feel
their mortgage
dangerous.
payment isn't
Friendship
actually fixed
feels
in
safe,
practice, because
comfortable,
taxes quietly
familiar.
inflate the
You
total
trust
cost
these
year
people,
after year.
so you don't question the
Maintenance
habits
is
that
where
come
the
with
fantasy
them.
of ownership really
Hanging out
starts to
slowly
crack.
turns into
When you
spending
rent,
money by default.
problems are annoying.
Eating out instead
When
of
you
cooking.
own, they're
Ordering
expensive.
drinks because
Roof
everyone
sage,
else is. pipes corrode,
going places you
foundations
wouldn't
shift,
choose on your own,
appliances
but you
fail.
go anyway.
None
Because
of these
saying no
things ask for permission
feels
before
awkward.
breaking.
This
and
is
none
how
of them
the fun
come
with
with
small
small
price
price
tags.
tags. quietly.
A single
invisibly.
repair can wipe
No
out months
invoice,
of savings.
no warning.
And the cruel
Just
timing of
small
it all is that
withdrawals from
things
your
rarely
future
break
every time
when
you
it's
choose
convenient.
belonging
They
over
fail
boundaries.
when you're already stretched thin.
Most people don't realize
Insurance
how
is another
expensive
cost
social
that
pressure
feels
really
invisible
is.
at first.
It's not just
Home
the money you
insurance is
spend in the
mandatory.
moment,
But what
it's
most
the money
people
you
don't
realize
realize
is how
the
unstable it can
investments
be.
you delay. The
Premiums
emergency
increase,
fund you never
coverage
build.
changes.
Its opportunity
One storm
cost
in your
disguised
region,
as fun.
even if your home
Think
isn't
about
damaged,
how many
can
times
raise
you
rates
split
across
a bill
the board.
evenly even though you barely
Filing a
ordered
claim
anything.
can mark you as
How
high
many
risk,
times you
making
upgraded
future
plans
coverage
because
more
everyone
expensive.
else wanted to.
In some states,
How many times
additional
you said,
policies
it's
like
fine,
flood,
when
hurricane,
it wasn't,
or earthquake
that
insurance
money
aren't
didn't
optional.
disappear.
They're required.
It just changed hands
Protection
while you
becomes
convinced
another
yourself it was
recurring bill
normal.
that never seems
And here's
to go
the
down.
uncomfortable truth.
Utilities hit
Humans
differently
don't
when
go
you
broke
own a
alone.
home.
Larger
They go
square
broke
footage
together.
means higher
Friend
heating
groups
and
cooling
develop
costs.
shared spending habits.
That extra room
shared
you
thought you needed
shared
comes with a monthly
justifications.
price tag. When everyone around you lives
gas,
paycheck
water,
to paycheck,
trash
it feels
collection,
normal to do the
sewage,
same. Lawn maintenance,
when nobody
expenses
saves,
that were once
saving
bundled into
feels
rent
extreme.
now arrive as
When
separate
everyone
bills.
complains about money
Seasonal
but keeps
changes
spending,
can cause
you stop
dramatic
questioning
spikes,
the contradiction.
turning summer and winter into
Lifestyle
financial
pressure
stress
doesn't
points
come
rather
from
than
celebrity
cozy
seasons.
It comes from
Then
peers.
there's the
You
emotional
don't
cost of
compare
ownership
yourself
that
to
rarely
billionaires.
gets discussed.
You compare
Once you
yourself
own a
to the
home,
people you see
stop
every
seeing
weekend.
it as shelter and
if
start
their
seeing it as an
lifestyle is
extension
built
of
on
your
debt,
identity.
stress, and
Suddenly,
short-term pleasure,
imperfections
you'll slowly
feel
absorb
personal.
that mindset
The
without
kitchen isn't
realizing
just
it.
old. It's
Nobody
embarrassing.
wants to be the
The
outlier.
bathroom isn't just
Nobody
functional.
wants to be
It's
judged.
outdated.
So you
Social
adapt.
media,
You spend
home
to fit in.
improvement shows,
You
and
joke about
comparison
being
culture
broke
push
while
homeowners
secretly
into
worrying
upgrades
about
they
the
never
future.
planned for.
You normalize stress
Renovations
because
start
everyone
to
else
feel
is
less
stressed
like
too.
choices and
The
more
moment
like
you start
obligations.
thinking differently,
These
the
upgrades
dynamic
don't come
changes.
cheap.
The moment
Flooring,
you say,
cabinets,
I'm trying to save,
countertops,
or
paint,
that's not
landscaping,
in my budget,
it adds
you
up
feel
fast.
The
And
pause,
unlike rent,
the jokes,
these expenses
the subtle
are
pressure.
unpredictable.
You're no
You
longer
might go
playing
months
by the
without
same
spending
rules.
anything.
That's
Then drop
because
tens
growth
of
is
thousands
uncomfortable
in a single
to witness.
year.
When you
The
start
house
making
demands
disciplined
investment,
choices,
and
it
it doesn't
quietly
care
highlights
about your
the
timing
lack
or
of discipline in
priorities.
others. One of the
Not
most
intentionally,
dangerous hidden
but
costs is
emotionally.
opportunity cost.
So instead of support,
the down payment
you get
alone
resistance
can represent
disguised
years
as
of
humor.
savings. You only
Once
live
that money
once.
goes into
Money
a
comes
house,
and goes.
it's no longer
Stop
liquid.
being so serious.
It's locked away.
Just enjoy
You can't
life.
easily access
what they
it
really
for
mean
emergencies,
is, don't
investments,
change,
or
because
opportunities
your
without
change
selling
threatens
your
the
home
comfort
or
of staying
borrowing
against
against
it.
it.
The friendship
In exchange
tax
for
isn't
stability,
always malicious.
you sacrifice
Most of the
flexibility.
time,
Its
flexibility
unconscious,
is often what
but that
creates
doesn't make
financial
it
growth.
harmless. Over
Selling
years,
a home
it
isn't
compounds
simple
into
either.
something powerful.
Transaction
Credit
costs
card
eat away at
balances,
your equity,
missed
realtor
investment
fees,
years,
closing
chronic
costs,
anxiety,
repairs
feeling
requested
stuck
by
despite
buyers,
working
staging
hard.
expenses.
You start
All of it
wondering why
reduces
you're
what
always
you walk
behind.
away with. Why raises
A
don't
rising
seem to
market
help.
doesn't
Why
automatically
money
mean
slips
profit,
through your fingers,
especially if you've
and you
spent
blame
years
yourself.
paying interest,
You
taxes,
think you lack
insurance,
discipline
and maintenance.
You think you're bad with
There's
money.
also the
But
psychological
truth is
trap
simpler.
of sunk costs.
You've been paying for
Once you've
acceptance with your
invested so
future.
much into a
Real
home,
friendships
leaving
don't
feels
require
impossible.
constant spending.
Even if
They
a better
don't
job
collapse when
opportunity
money is
appears
removed.
in another city,
If the only
homeowners
thing holding
hesitate.
your social life
Moving
together is
suddenly
shared
means
consumption,
selling,
that connection
paying
is
fees,
fragile,
uprooting your
and
life.
expensive.
What
Here's
once felt
something
like
most
freedom
people
can
never
quietly
notice.
turn into a
When you
cage made
stop
of
overspending,
drywall and debt.
your calendar changes
Homeownership
before your
isn't
bank
inherently
account
bad.
does. For some people,
Fewer plans,
it's a great choice.
fewer invites,
but it's not the
fewer
guaranteed
last-minute
wealth builder
expenses.
it's advertised
At
to be.
first,
It
it's
feels
a lifestyle
lonely.
decision
You
with
wonder
financial
if you did something
consequences
wrong.
that extend far
But
beyond
what's
the
really
mortgage.
happening is filtration.
The danger
The
isn't
noise
buying
is
a
leaving,
house,
and in
it's
that
buying
quiet,
one without
something
understanding the
powerful
full
happens.
cost of ownership.
You start thinking
The
clearly.
real question
You
isn't,
notice how much
can I
calmer
afford
life
this house
feels
today?
without constant
It's,
financial
can I
pressure.
afford everything
You
this
sleep
house
better.
will demand
You
from me
breathe
over the next
easier.
10,
You
20,
begin to
or
imagine
30
a
years.
future that isn't built on
Because
survival.
the hidden costs
This is
don't
when
announce
guilt
themselves.
tries to pull you back.
They arrive slowly,
the guilt of saying
quietly,
no,
and
the guilt of
persistently,
choosing
until
yourself.
the dream starts
the
to
guilt
feel
of
heavy.
outgrowing dynamics.
And that's the homeowner
once
nightmare
felt
no
safe.
one warns
But
you
guilt
about.
is not a signal
Everyone
that you're
dreams
wrong.
of owning a home.
It's a signal that
It's
you're
sold
changing.
as the ultimate
The
symbol
idea
of
that
success
real
in
friends
America.
will leave if
No
you
more
stop
rent,
spending is one
no
of the
more
biggest lies
landlord,
keeping
just
people
freedom
broke.
and stability.
True connection
But what most
survives
people
honesty.
don't realize is that buying a house is only the beginning. Seasons of focus.
The real cost
if
of
someone
homeownership
disappears
starts
the moment
after
money
you move
leaves
in,
the
and it
equation,
shows up
they were never
quietly,
part of
month
your
after
foundation.
month.
You
The
don't
first
need to
surprise
announce your
usually
goals.
comes in the form
You
of
don't
property
need to
taxes.
argue. You
Unlike
don't need
your
to
mortgage,
explain yourself
property
to
taxes
everyone.
are not fixed.
Quiet consistency
They rise
is
as
your
your
home
home
value.
Let
your
your
actions speak.
even if your
Let
income
time
stays the
reveal
same.
who respects your direction.
1 year you're comfortable.
Wealth isn't
The
built by
next year
dramatic
you're wondering
moves.
why your monthly
It's built
payments
by
suddenly
boring
jump.
decisions repeated over
Many
time.
homeowners don't
Cooking
expect
at home,
this,
and it
saying
catches
no
them off
without
guard
guilt.
fast. Choosing rest
Then
over
there's
impulse.
maintenance.
Choosing
When
growth
you rent,
over approval.
problems
And
are
yes,
inconvenient.
your circle
When
will
you
change.
own, they're
Slowly.
expensive. Naturally,
Roofs don't
you'll
last
meet people
forever.
who talk
Water
about
heaters
ideas
fail
instead
without
of
warning.
expenses.
Air
Who don't
conditioning
need
systems
constant
always
entertainment.
seem to break
Who
during the hottest
understand
week of
long-term
summer.
thinking.
Not
These
because your
repairs
beds
aren't
but
optional,
because you're
and
alive.
they're never cheap.
The most
Owning a
dangerous
home
friendships
means every
aren't
broken
toxic.
thing is now
They're
your responsibility.
They feel
Financially
good while
and
quietly
emotionally.
keeping you stuck.
Home insurance
They
is
normalize
another
struggle
struggle
and
people
romanticize
underestimate.
being broke while
Insurance
mocking
is
discipline.
mandatory.
You
and
don't
premiums
need more
tend to
money to
rise
change
over
your
time.
life. One
You
major
need
storm
awareness.
in your area,
You need to
even if your
identify
house
the
isn't
leaks.
damaged,
And
and
some
push
of
rates
those
higher.
leaks have names,
Filing a
faces,
claim can
inside
also
jokes,
increase your
and
future
shared
premiums.
memories.
In some
Once
states,
you see the
additional
friendship tax,
insurance
you
like
can't
flood or
unsee it,
earthquake coverage
and the
is
moment you
required,
stop
adding
paying
even
it,
more to
your
your
future
yearly
finally
expenses.
gets a chance to grow.
Utilities also
Because
hit harder
loyalty
than most
shouldn't
people
cost you
expect.
your freedom.
A larger
And
space
friendship
means
should